dedication, commitment, sacrifice, because you had to give up some of your personal goals to improve the team, and he would do that.
These words in the eyes of Rick Gould sum up Roger Harring as a person. Gould played for Harring, the famed UWL football head coach, from 1972 to 1975. Rick's father, J.R., knew Roger in college. The two were veterans, and J.R. lived in the same GI shacks that the U.S. government provided. J.R. says it was clear what Roger wanted to do, and that was coaching early on.
I think Roger, it was pretty obvious even back then that he was going to coach and that he was going to hope to coach at lacrosse.
At UWL, Harring was no stranger to success. Over 29 years, he compiled a career record of 261 wins with only 75 losses and 7 ties, making him one of the winningest coaches in Division III football history.
He put the players first. He put them first. He thought he tried to make them the best that they could be. And you look at the people that came through there. He had a lot of success with that.
Rick also coached football himself, along with being a teacher. He reflected on what he learned from Roger.
I guess I started learning things. My sophomore year, I took a coaching class that he was a teacher from. And I got many things in there that I thought and went all through my career as a teacher and a coach using those. And so I guess it was some things like that, along with being on the field and watching things. And there were just many occasions. I remember about people coming onto the team and what they have to do to get there, and even though we were a Division III school, no scholarships for athletics involved, and what had to go on with that.
J.R. looked back on what it was like for him to see Roger chase his dream and do so successfully. Harring coached at Ladysmith before UWL, and J.R. wound up at Weyerhaeuser at the same time, just down the road from Ladysmith.
Well, he had a successful career at Ladysmith. He did well. And then I think he always, even when he was in school, probably wanted to coach at lacrosse. So he did what he wanted to do.
J.R. also took time to add what made Roger such a successful coach for so long.
Well, I think he was serious. I mean, he was really, his mind was set on football. And now he's going to go to, he's at a school that football was a sport there. And they had a lock on every kid around. Back then, every kid that played football wanted to play at lacrosse because they lost the game every couple of years and they just won. The coaches, a couple of them went on to Wisconsin, and a couple of them stayed and retired with terrific winning records. And Roger fit right into that. He stepped right into that, and this is what he wanted.
Rick, in his time at UWL, was a graduate assistant coach. He talked about what that was like.
That was a very good learning experience for me. I came from a small town to come to before I went to lacrosse. It was like a lot of people, I wasn't really didn't really understand all the stuff that went on in the background of coaching. Although my dad had coached sports for years, I got to see some stuff there. But Roger, the meetings that we had and the professionalism about it, and that was all a very good experience for me.
J.R. ended with his favorite qualities of Roger.
He always had good players. And, of course, you get a guy like Roger, he was very serious, he worked hard, and he knew his stuff. And that, of course, is keys to success.